Hi everybody, it's Hope with HopeYoder.com and Embellish Maker Fundamental Video 4. In this video, we're going to talk about the edit tools and how to draw a shape. So let's go ahead and get started. When you open the program, you'll have this welcome screen that has a lot of information. We're going to go ahead and close this out, and over in this screen, you have a expand and collapse. If I expand all, I have all of these tools open and I can zoom down. For this video, I'm going to collapse all and just open the Edit tab, and I'll also open the Design tab. I want to create a new window. That is found under File and New, or you can go to File and New this way. So we'll go ahead and select New, and I'm going to close out File so you can just see the Edit and the Design tab. In the Design tab, this is where you're going to draw shapes. So I'm going to start with Line. If I select Line, I can click and draw a single line however I want, and when I'm done, I'm going to right-click and that creates that shape. Now, interesting, let me zoom in, and you see these little shortcuts around. Notice this shape is open here. If I wanted to close the shape, I can click on Close Shape. If I want to undo that, I can click Undo. We'll just leave it as is for now, so it's an open shape. I'm going to create a circle shape, and I'll just draw this, and I'll go ahead and change the color. And in the Properties window, I can fill it in with color because it's a closed shape. Let's change this one to black. So you can see I have two objects on my screen. Under the Edit tab, Select tool is found here, or it's also on the shortcut bar here. So if by clicking on the Select tool, I can select a single object and move it or do what I want with it. The next tab on this screen is Select All. Notice the selection box is just around the oval. When I click Select All, now I've selected all objects on my screen. To undo that, select the Undo button. Let's zoom in on this shape. To zoom in on just one area, I'm going to do this. Now, the next tool here is the Shape tool, and this is where you can edit outlines, inclinations, entry, and exit point. Right now, I'm just working with artwork and shapes. I haven't turned anything into stitches yet. If I wanted to change that shape so it's not symmetrical, I can select this icon, the Shape tool, and notice I have 4 points. And let me zoom in to show you what these look like. Now I can click on this point and draw it smaller or bigger. Let me go back to where it was, and I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see. We'll go back to get it symmetrical. Another thing I can do with the Shape tool is I can hover my mouse so that it's not over one of the nodes, and then just change the shape however I want. That looks like a gumdrop upside down. Let me undo that to show you I can also delete a shape by hovering my mouse over the node, right click, and delete. Let's undo that. I can also hover my mouse in an area where there is no node, right click, and add a point. And this would allow me to curve in different areas. Looks like a Flintstones wheel. Let's go back, and I'll get rid of that extra node. Another thing that I can do is I can go ahead and split the line. And by using this function, doesn't always work on a round shape. We'll go over that. That's more of an advanced tool. So that is our Shape tool. The next tool is Add Outline, and notice it has an orange in, Anything with an orange N means that it is a tool that's available to me, a function, because I own Craft and Cut software. Anybody who owns Craft and Cut software, when you install Embellish Maker, the entire program of Craft and Cut becomes fully functioning, powerful, and available inside of Embellish Maker. If you don't see the orange N, that means that you don't own Craft and Cut. So we'll go over all the Craft and Cut features in a later video. Let me zoom in a little more to show you the next function. To get out of the shape tool, I'm going to select the select tool or click on it. Next thing is the slice tool. I'm going to left click, I'm going to activate it by clicking on it, and then I can left click on one side of the circle, left click on the other, and then right click, and I've just sliced the shape in half. Let me undo that to show that again. I'm going to select the slice tool, and you don't have to go in a straight line. I take that back. That function I just showed you is available in the delete segment tool if you own Craft and Cut. So let's go back to selecting the shape and the knife. We're going to do that in a line. Notice how it didn't work over where there were no nodes. So if I select right on the nodes and I left click and then I right click, it's going to break that shape in half or slice it in half. So that is the slice tool. Let's undo this. And now I'll fill this shape in with color in the properties window by selecting fill and apply. And the next shape is the stitch tool. Now that's not available because I'm just working with the artwork. And let's go back and fill the artwork in. The stitch tool applies to stitches, and we're working in artwork. Let me fill this shape in. So I have this filled in with color again, and the pan function is just so you can click on your mouse and drag the shape on the screen wherever you want. So to do this, make sure you hold down the left side of your mouse. The last function under the edit screen is the ruler. Left click on the ruler and then you can measure the circumference or the diameter by holding down the left portion of your mouse, keeping it held as you drag across, and notice the ruler shows you that it's about 0.35 inches. If you want millimeters, right click in the toolbar. Let me select the select tool, click on it, and now I can right click in the ruler bar and I'll go to metric. Let me select the ruler again. I'm going to hold down the left side of my mouse as I drag, and now you can see I'm at 8.5 millimeters. So these are the objects and the tools available inside of Embellish Maker under the edit screen.